You'll never guess what this video is about, guys. Is Ukraine safe? So just to put this into context for you guys, I've been to Ukraine 3 times, twice in winter and once in summer. Probably spent a total of over a month there altogether. I have had such great times in Ukraine because the people are super kind and the prices are very affordable if you're coming from Western countries. As you probably know, Ukraine gets a very bad rap in media.
Overnight, dozens of armed pro-Russian forces.
A Fox News alert, crisis in Ukraine.
I have a few Ukrainian friends. They've told me that parts of the east of Ukraine are absolutely no-go areas. I still haven't been myself personally, so I can't comment on them. I'm going to comment on the places where I've actually been. I've been to Odessa, Kiev, Chernobyl, and some other areas, some other small villages, as well as Lviv. And I've had absolutely zero problems. I had a bit of an issue in 2014 when I was crossing from Moldova into Ukraine at the border by land. There may or may not have been a bribe involved to allow me to enter the country. But apart from that, any other border crossings, I've had no issues. That's probably what you could call the most dangerous situation I've been in Ukraine. But I wouldn't really call that dangerous because that's possibly how a lot of these systems work over there. And I know that the government have many campaigns trying to cut back on this, and I think it has been cut back significantly in recent times compared to how it used to be. Obviously this stuff still goes on, but it's not really what I try to focus on when I go to a country. I don't try to focus on the government if I'm going there to enjoy myself and meet local people. Odessa was my first stop in Ukraine, had a great time, met some locals there that I actually still keep in touch with to this day. That was back in 2014. Beautiful location there on the Black Sea. I walked around at night time. I had no issues with any violence or getting mugged or anything. And up to Kiev, similar situation. I've been to Kiev and Odessa twice, about 3 years apart. No issues. I was using Uber. Uber's super good there, super affordable in Ukraine. I was using Airbnb. Airbnb is a super good way to travel in terms of accommodation. You can get the most affordable houses, and that's the cool thing about it, is you could stay in someone else's house. So it's not like just some random hotel room that's generic all over the world, you know. You get a bit of a taste of that culture. I'm going to leave a link in the description box below if you want to join Airbnb, and what happens is it's off a commission, so I get commission and you also get like $40 US worth of travel credit. If you join up now and take your first trip, then you'll get $40, which is pretty epic. Anyway, so yeah, that's transportation and accommodation. Otherwise, if you want something super cheap, you can get hostels for like $5 or less. I've taken overnight trains and I've taken buses during the day. No issues whatsoever. The bus was actually super modern. It even had Wi-Fi, which was unbelievable. We don't have that in New Zealand, so Ukraine's ahead of New Zealand in that respect, which is nice work, Ukraine. Probably my favorite city so far in Ukraine, and it might be a bit biased because I went there in the summer, and that's Lviv. Lviv is a super nice city, really laid back, lovely people, and the prices are even cheaper in Lviv than they are in Odessa and Kiev. So you can get the best deals on accommodation, beautiful restaurants, really good vibes in that place. I'll definitely be going back. I do have a full video if you haven't seen it already, where I walk around Lviv for a day and I show you the prices, and you will be absolutely blown away if you're coming from a Western country. Overall, Ukraine as a travel destination, extremely underrated, and if I was you, I'd get there now. There are not many tourists compared to other parts of Europe, and for what you get there, you're getting beautiful European cities at a fraction of the cost of, let's say, Paris or Berlin, so on and so forth. What also attracts me to Ukraine is that rawness, you know? You get this kind of raw Eastern European feeling, which I really love. And you see all the old cars, old Ladas. Anybody that follows this channel knows how much I love Ladas. One of the most beautiful cars to ever exist. You just get this kind of culture, and it's kind of a clash of 50 years in the past versus modern, and I just love that combination. Those are the places I've been. I've basically covered the left half, the west of Ukraine. I haven't covered the east at all, so I can't comment on that right now, but one day I would really like to go and explore more of the east, because I know many places in the east are safe because I have a few friends in eastern cities in Ukraine. It's just certain pocket areas that are under conflict from what I've been told. So I hope that gives you a good idea of Ukraine as a country for tourism. Highly recommend that you take a trip out there, especially if you're a budget backpacker. It's perfect. And then on the other hand, if you're not a budget backpacker, you can really live like a king. More importantly, you're surrounded by lovely local people with an incredible culture, super hearty food. If you're into nightlife, then Ukraine is epic. I've only had a few nights out in Ukraine a couple years back, but I remember it was pretty insane in a good way. So I'm gonna cut the video off there, guys. I hope that gives you a good idea that you should go to Ukraine and have fun and ignore the media, and it's safe. Nowadays with all these cheap European airlines, you can get a super good deal on a flight to Ukraine from other parts of Europe. You can fly straight into Kiev or into Odessa for pretty affordable prices. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Dobry dzień. Oh, and guys, just a brief update. I have a couple more videos to come from Hungary this week, and then Barbara and I are heading to an island, and then I'm going solo to the Middle East. So many videos to come. Thanks for your patience. I just had a little bit of a break for planning and a little time off. A couple more videos from Hungary to come, and then back into the travel vlogs. Thanks for your patience. I'll see you in the next video.